What is going on YouTube? This is Jim back with another video review. Today taking a look at Spelunky 2. I got this on PC. I got it today. It launched September 29th, 2020, and I have been playing it almost all day. I love this game so much. And it's hard to put into words how much I love the original Spelunky and do a video review, but suffice to say, the original Spelunky is one of my absolute favorite games ever. I love the art style of the game. I love the hook of the game. The difficulty felt about right. I will freely admit, I actually never beat the first game yet. I've gotten to Olmec probably 50 times. I just cannot beat the guy. And I still try, despite the fact I have Spelunky 2. I still do plan to go back to the original on my PlayStation 4 and to try to defeat him once and for all, if nothing else for my own sanity. So when I heard Spelunky 2 was announced, I was incredibly excited. And like many other people who were a huge fan of the first one, I wondered what formula could change. What could make this game infinitely better than the first one, which had a lot going for it. And I'm happy to report they've touched a lot of systems in this game that I felt needed work. And they've also left a lot of that wonderful charm and frustration, honestly, in some of the level design in there too. And I think it's really a perfect sequel. If you're not familiar with Spelunky and this is your first venture into it, well, allow me to explain. It is an incredibly challenging, procedurally generated platform exploration game. I know that's a mouthful, but that's really what it is. Your objective is to escape this dungeon in which you are basically confined to an eternal hell, in which when you die, you reappear at the beginning. Obviously, that's the quote-unquote lore of the gameplay, but that's really what you're doing. Now, along the way, you're gonna come across a slew of different types of levels, of different vendors, of different weapons, all of which will aid you in your journey. And if you play your cards right, honestly, by the mid to late portion of the game, assuming you have had some good luck, you're gonna have a pretty good chance of at least seeing your way through most of the levels. And you're gonna become more powerful, you're gonna get more HP, which is denoted by the heart counter. You're gonna have a lot of bombs at your disposal, ropes. You'll probably have a couple good weapons. Like I was fortunate enough to steal this poor shopkeeper's shotgun, murder him with it. But because, sorry turkey, but because I have this weapon, I'm able to do a lot of damage. Obviously, the trade-off, as you could see there, is I've enraged the shopkeeper. And now after every level, I'll have to contend with him in order to proceed. But because I have some pretty good gear, it's not such a hard thing. Now, what makes this game incredibly challenging and frustrating for a lot of reasons is that it is all procedurally generated, and typically the game, in my opinion at least, goes out of its way to really screw you at every opportunity. You'll notice a lot of gameplay videos on this, and this, the one I'm doing here, is not one of these videos, by the way, because I wanted to actually progress and show you more than just one level. But a lot of gameplay videos, you will notice that characters die after making a very simple mistake. Now, that is ultimately how my video ends here, but what ends up happening a lot of times is because of the complex layers of different traps and different enemies that can hurt you in the level, one mistake can honestly Rube Goldberg you, quote unquote, into a death that honestly feels kind of cheap. And it doesn't really allow you to make mistakes. You have to move confidently, you have to move intelligently, and if you make a mistake, there's a really good chance it's probably the last one you're going to make on that run. There are a lot of traps in this game that will instantly kill you, whether you have 1 heart or 1 million hearts. There are a lot of things that will instantly end your game, so you have to be incredibly cautious about how you proceed. Enemies, which seemingly are not that difficult, sometimes explode into other parts. They are man-eating plants. You'll see in this particular level have a one-shot kill capability. There's spikes on the wall that you got to avoid. Once you play the game enough, and that's really where the fun of this comes in, once you play this game enough, you will be able to identify correctly what traps are where. And it's just one simple mistake like I made at the end of this run, which ultimately is going to cost you your run. And it's going to be frustrating, but because it's bite-sized and because it's very easy to pick up and play, I think you're going to jump back into it. This game really has that one more game-itis kind of feel to it. Something that I really haven't felt in a long time since, honestly, Nuclear Throne, of a game that's just so easy and fun to play. And within a level or two, you're already starting to pick up different pieces of gear, and you're already seeing different layout levels and different secrets and that sort of thing. And it does make the game fun, and every run legitimately feels fresh and fun and new. And I love that. There are so many secrets to this game, whether it be secret rooms, secret vendors, alternate paths, hidden characters, hidden weapons, hidden levels. They're all in here. And honestly, you'd have to consult the wiki to really kind of see through everything. I've probably played the original Spelunky, I'm going to guess, probably close to 50 hours. And I can tell you with confidence, I haven't seen everything that game has to offer, because sometimes you want to do a run where you just want to make as much money as possible, or go for a hidden character that you haven't yet gotten, or find some really cool weapon. And you kind of don't know what you're going to get into until you actually start playing. Now, this particular run, my goal was to make it as far as I could, and I was doing really well until I unfortunately got hit in the face with a spike trap, and that's what ended my run. But you know, within seconds, I was back in the game and playing and having fun. One of the really cool things that this game does that's unique from the other one is that it includes this kind of home base area that you have, that you begin to level up as you play. So every run, characters and different things will kind of build up your hub world, which I thought was actually a really nice touch. Another really cool thing that this game does that the first one doesn't is when you add shortcuts. So you'll be able to find Mama Tunnel, just like in the first one. And Mama Tunnel is going to help you progress to levels faster. So instead of starting at 1-1, you can start at 1-4. The cool thing is she always puts a NPC right next to you when you start. So even though you haven't gone through level 1, level 2, and level 3 to kind of gear up, it gives you kind of this boost to help you. And I like that. This game design took everything of the original and made it better. It doesn't discredit how phenomenally groundbreaking the first one was. I can't say enough good things about this game. I absolutely love it, and I highly, highly recommend you check it out. I think you're going to have a blast with it. Hope you guys found this video informative. Thank you so much for watching, and take care of yourselves. And until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.